If you're an RPG fan, you might be missing out on a brilliant series, Yakuza and Like a Dragon. You get deep stories, brilliant characters, a world you'll grow attached to, and side quests that go from emotional to completely unhinged. Plus, minigames that are practically full games on their own.
Time for a Sujimon battle!
I recently played the entire series for the first time and was genuinely blown away. Some of the older games are a little awkward and clunky, but the story still hit hard. Yakuza 0 through 6 follow Kiryu with beat-em-up combat, but they absolutely still function as RPGs with deep world building, character arcs, side quests, progression systems, and long-form storytelling. Then Yakuza 7, Like a Dragon, continues the saga, but also soft reboots the series with Ichiban as the new protagonist and full turn-based combat, doubling down on those RPG elements.
I'm ready to level up.
Basically, Kiryu keeps getting dragged into the Yakuza underworld, battling conspiracies, clan wars, and personal betrayals as he protects the people who have become his family.
Right.
Meanwhile, Ichiban rises from rock bottom. You're literally playing as a hobo, treasure hunting for spare change, but you rise to take on political conspiracies and reunite fractured families.
Hey, how's it going?
I interpret one of the core themes of the series to be family. It's all about family, whether they share blood or not. The storytelling was consistently good, often brilliant, and there's some absolutely brilliant characters. Hands down, my favourite is the Yakuza mad dog, Majima. He's a fan favourite, and you'll get to play a bit of Majima in Yakuza 0 and the latest side game where you become a pirate and sail the high seas.
It's Captain now.
It sounds insane, but it's brilliant. It's the perfect mix of absurd comedy and deadly serious storytelling. What really surprised me is that each Yakuza game tells its own self-contained story, each with unique antagonists who are some of the toughest, most intimidating badasses you'll ever meet. Yet all these stories feed into a much larger, overarching journey for the main characters.
Alright, fellow adventurers, our great journey has begun!
The series takes place across cities like Kamurocho, Sotenbori, and Yokohama, and it's shockingly easy to lose hours just wandering neon-lit streets, dipping into arcades, grabbing food to recover at restaurants, discovering sub-stories and side quests, beating up random gangsters and getting hooked on the minigames the series is known for. Or while the main story pulls you through these urban sandboxes. They're effectively open worlds with tons to see and do, but they never feel generic. Every corner is packed with detail and personality. That said, you do revisit locations a fair bit throughout the series.
Are you serious?
When it comes to the turn-based combat with 7 and 8, this is where the series really taps into classic RPG design. You've got party members, equipment, buffs, debuffs, elemental weaknesses, and with the Pound Mate system you can even summon allies you've made through the story or side quests.
I summon you! Yeah!
There's a real strategic depth with AoEs, positioning, combos, and support abilities affecting the flow of battle. There's even a job system. At the job center you can assign your party members different jobs like police enforcer, chef, or even samurai. And as you play and level up these different jobs you can carry over their perks and abilities into other jobs. With all this customization layered on top of the minigames and exploration, it honestly feels a lot like the older Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy is probably my favourite game series, but many of the things that made me originally fall in love with the series aren't really present in the more modern entries, and Like a Dragon brings those feelings back in a big way. Speaking of, if you're a huge fan of RPGs, consider subbing to Bytes or liking the video. I'm a bit of an indie game developer, cover lots of RPGs, and you might like my Final Fantasy series where I'm replaying them all and ranking them as I go. Thank you.
Yeah, here we go!
Okay, we've looked at the turn-based games, but with the earlier ones, the quality of beat-em-up combat definitely varies with which one you're playing. At its best, it's brilliant over-the-top quick-time events, ridiculous heat actions, which are special moves, and there's different fighting styles that let you express your own playstyle. It works especially well in the more modern games. Every hit feels heavy, there's a crunchy impact, and objects in the environment become your weapon. And RPG fans might appreciate that even the classic Brawler games still have their own progression systems, new moves to unlock, stat boosts, and a little bit of strategy with equipment. I'd say you can really feel the combat evolve alongside the series. All that said, some of the bosses in the older games are rough and dated. My tip is to stockpile healing items, just fill your inventory with them because I've burned through so many of them on bosses.
Makes sense.
The Yakuza series is packed with minigames and everyone's going to have their favourites. You've got the essentials, pool, mahjong, darts, even classic Sega arcade games. But some of my personal highlights go wild. A business management simulator, a full-on Pokemon style system, running your own tropical island, the Clan Creator, which is a mini real-time strategy game, and of course, karaoke. You'll generally get a quick tutorial on new minigames, and they're optional after that. If you like the sound of these minigames, you're really going to get sucked into the Yakuza series.
Damn right.
So a big question I see when starting the Yakuza and Like a Dragon series, where do I start? How do I get into the series? I think there's two good starting points. You can start with 0 and get the entire story experience, or you can jump in at number 7 if you just want turn-based RPGs. And while the story continues, 7 acts as almost a soft reboot with a new protagonist. I should mention that the series is voiced in Japanese with English dubs coming in from number 7, so if you can't stand subtitles then go straight to number 7.
Sorry, my English no good?
I played them all. Personally, I think that was the ultimate experience, getting the lore and background behind all these legendary characters, what really paid off in the long run. I think 7 and 8 are essential, but I'd recommend starting at 0 and just see how it goes. See if you can handle the brawler combat, and at any point you don't like it, just skip whatever you're playing.
Yeesh, that's harsh.
Yakuza 0 is absolutely brilliant and a really good entry point for the series. Yakuza 1 and 2 have Kiwami versions, basically they're remakes and they're really good. But when it comes to number 3, there's a jarring difference between Yakuza 2's remake and then number 3, especially when you're playing them back to back. It was a little rough, but the story was great, and there's a remake of number 3 coming in February 2026, so maybe hold out for that. Looks really good. Yakuza 4 and 5 play a bit better, and you'll get the perspective of new characters, some of which really grew on me. Yakuza 6 brings the story back to Kiryu, and it's a good game with critical story points. Then you're in the turn-based territory with 7 and 8. Basically, try them all, but definitely play number 7, Like a Dragon. Massive emotional highs, characters that stay with you, satisfying progression and customization systems, completely addictive minigames. The turn-based games in particular are genuinely top-tier JRPGs. It's a unique experience. It has the feel of classic fantasy JRPGs, but with a modern spin.
It ain't half bad now, is it?
And the series doesn't end there. There's so many side games like Pirate Yakuza, the Judgment series, and Dead Souls, where the Yakuza world faces a zombie apocalypse. Gonna have to give this a go sometime. I wish I discovered this RPG series sooner, but I've got to admit playing through the entire series back to back has been an incredible experience. Especially with Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and other recent games like Clair Obscur, I feel like turn-based RPGs are doing really well at the moment. Seriously, give the series a try, it can't hurt to try.
See you around.
Alright, you're going to want to see my return to Final Fantasy 15, that'll be on screen at the moment, or alternatively my full review of Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth after 100% completion. Have a good one.